It's week 6 of the National Football League. And up next, it's Deshaun Watson. He's coming off a nice week throwing the ball. 4 touchdown throws. It's the Ravens and the Titans. Next, on Madden NFL 24.
Set to go now in week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. So here are the Titans now for their first drive. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup, love his moxie. One of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor. Gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it. But he did throw an interception in last week's game. That contributed to a loss. And despite the fact he threw 3 touchdown passes, he's going to be out there redoubling his efforts and trying to play better.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. The numbers a week ago for Cook. 16 carries, 76 yards.
And as we discovered and talked with the coaching staff prior to the game, going up against a team that struggled against the run has only emboldened them to run the football more. I expect 40 to 50 carries in this game.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. It's a gain of 35.
It's my writing it down on my notes. I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Ravens are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. The numbers for Gibbs from last week: 20 carries, 60 yards.
And simply put, partner, we're witnessing one of the best offensive players in the league so far this season. What he's been doing has him second in rushing across the NFL, and the top spot is clearly in sight. He's confident. His blockers are confident. He's having a heck of a year.
Watson's throw finds its target, Dobbs. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 16 yards on that one, and a Raven first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Watson. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. To throw is Watson. That's complete to Dobbs. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Watson on first down. And he knocks the ball away. falls incomplete. So, Charles, you look at this offense, and what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. To the air yet again, Watson. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And here he'll get it down to the 7. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's 2nd down.
At the Titans' 7-yard line.
Gibbs straight ahead. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This taken in right around the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Titans coming back onto the field for their 2nd drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Tackle made that time by Vita Vea. 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 23-yard line.
They'll set up a throw. That's complete with Zay Flowers with it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down. Well, starting drive number 2 off on the right foot. Completion for the 1st down. Drive 1 is that had to be pretty frustrating because they moved the football. They just didn't get any points out of it.
But warm up QB2. Let's bring in the backup. I mean, my goodness, you take them downfield and you don't score points. You know I'm being totally facetious here, right? I'm just kidding. Nice first drive. Rarely do teams score on every single drive in a game. But they like what they did there. They just hope they can pay it off this time with some points.
Now 2nd and 9. They run the counter with Cook. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 43. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. So the 14 yards actually takes them from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. At that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside the 40. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Watson. His throw incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
And they'll get him down up past the 15. The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. Counter play. Here's Gibbs. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The Ravens at a perfect 5-0 here to begin the campaign. They've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now.
He's got a man. Complete. Big strides. Look at him go. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. George Kittle with career touchdown number 70. And the Ravens are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0.
Jake Elliott set to kick off.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Tennessee offense set to go again. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. They start the drive with Cook. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28. Hey, look at this Baltimore defense. And this unit, very tough to throw against, currently 2nd best in the NFL.
And when you're getting ready to face the number 1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
Here now at 3rd down and 8. They'll look to throw. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
It's taken to the 26. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Second down, and they go back to Gibbs. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9, and it'll be back to a 3rd and 3. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Gibbs will try and pick it up. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. throw, but incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. From the 50, it's Watson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 35. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops and escape this drive.
Fights through it, and they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Going back to Gibbs on first down. He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. Second down. From the 24 now, here's a 2nd and 9. They'll go again with Gibbs. Shifts by at the 15. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 41 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
From the red zone now, Watson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Gibbs not going anywhere. He'll lose a couple back to the 6. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Out of the gun, Watson. Touchdown! Alec Pierce, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes the score 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Give them the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They run it again with Cook. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Here's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 34-yard line.
They're going to look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
That was Nick Bolton rushing in and burying him behind the line. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Jahmyr Gibbs and the rest of the offense headed back out.
And we checked the rushing numbers so far here into week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
64 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
He's got the hook up with Dobbs.
That'll put him at an even 50 receiving yards now in this first half. And it's a first down.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. This offense so far on 3rd down, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 8. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points, but you're down 21-0. They're going to have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally with that, because if you're going to mount the comeback, it's going to have to come in bits and pieces. It doesn't just all come at one time, right? We haven't seen anything more than a 6-point touchdown ever in this game, right? So that's how it has to be done. Get points on the board now, start your comeback, but you're exactly right. Let's get it going right here in this spot.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
Brings up 3rd down.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That is caught. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that's incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Jahmyr Gibbs and the rest of the offense headed back out. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
This guy's proven himself to be one of the best in the NFL. He brings an added dimension to their offense with his ability to read defenses and know when he's able to pull it down and take off and go.
Now a first down throw. Watson connects with Kittle underneath.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Now Watson. He's got his man. It's Pierce. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On first down, it's Watson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely, and from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
The Titans offense going to get one final possession in this first half. And they'll start with a short field following that turnover as they look for points here before the break. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
On play action, they'll throw. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll kick things off in Tampa. Carolina paying a visit in an NFC South matchup. And it's the Panthers who are out in front. Tony Pollard, a touchdown run in that first half. From there, we head to the Big Apple, more specifically to MetLife Stadium in Jersey to check on the Giants. And they've got the lead over the visiting Houston Texans. Tank Dell, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's check in on our nation's capital to see what's happening with the Washington Commanders at home at FedEx Field. As you can see the score there in the second quarter. It's Mac Jones with a touchdown pass there. In the first half, it was the Alabama man, Jahmyr Gibbs, who had it cooking. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. As we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. On 1st and 10, Watson finds his man. It's John Mechie. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Watson on 1st down. Connects with Kittle underneath. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another 1st down. Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. Pushing through tacklers at the 30. And he's taken down inside the 30. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. On 1st down, Watson. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. This ball caught by Mechie. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Repeated the last play, going to Mechie here. And in for the Ravens touchdown. John Mechie from a yard out. And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Elliott good on the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the second half.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible, let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
A 41-yard punt there with no return.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense.
And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Watson off play action.
He finds Kittle going across the field.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 21. A gain there of 21 yards.
But give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. He'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down. Watson now to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long after that sack. What does Watson have in his arsenal?
3rd and long.
Looking to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to trip a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
To throw is Watson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game.
And the Ravens extend their lead yet again. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Now a play fake here on first down. To the right side, into the hands of Flowers. And he'll be out right at the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And some space here. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 15 more yards there and quickly another first down.
That's another Titans first down. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Here's Cook again. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down.
Second and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. The passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
What we've seen so far in this game, they are not going to allow a big shot over the top. You can have whatever you want underneath. They'll give you that, but they're not going to let you beat them deep.
Oh, this is off the side of his foot. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass. Defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives them a first down.
And the Ravens first down.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. And he's got this down to the 35. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will have a Ravens first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
Now it's Watson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
10 yards on the pickup.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Nashville. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal.
And what a weapon to have when you can use your quarterback as a short yardage runner and pick up first downs.
Back to throw, Watson. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
The Ravens on third down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. This is 3rd and goal. They'll let the fullback try and take him home. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. No gain on the play. And what to do now on 4th and goal. Tried to give it to the first man through on 3rd and goal, denied.
Yeah, how about how they sold out on that play? Just decided, we know what you're going to do. You're going to bring it at us in a running game. And they had everyone tracking the football.
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. It's another touchdown pass for Deshaun Watson, his 5th of the afternoon.
And the Ravens add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Now a 2nd and 10.
They're going to look to throw. Setting up the screen for Cook. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Back to throw again. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
98 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
And a Raven 1st down.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. 2nd and 9 from the 44.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the gun, here's Watson. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit, but as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Back to throw here. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
Third down and 10.
They'll set up to throw. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. And now some disagreement down on that sideline. The red flag is out, and we're going to get a challenge. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
They'll look to throw again. That's into the hands of Flowers over the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And there's a short one taken in by Otten. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. From the 43, here's second down and a yard.
At the Ravens' 43-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. And yet again, it's McLaurin. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Again, running left, it's Washington. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the Ravens' 16-yard line.
Back to the ground, this time Cook. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. 45 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. They need 2. Here's 3rd down.
3rd and 2.
They'll set up a throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there. And now 4th down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make...
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
You get down this deep, Charles, you hate to settle for a field goal. They roll the dice on 4th down, really just hoping to get that first. But as it turns out, they take it all the way into the end zone.
You mentioned that they took a little bit of a gamble there. Think about it this way. Most teams throw the ball in this situation in the NFL, so they really gambled with a running play. And boy, did it pay off. Pay dirt.
Extra point splits the uprights as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. On the return, Trey Tucker. And able to get this out to the 25. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field.
Well, we've reached the stage where it's a mere formality at this point. They've got the comfortable lead. We know what the outcome is going to be. I guess the only question is, do they want to put more points on the board before the final gun?
Well, I certainly hope not, and I'm being selfish here because you and I have flights to catch. Let's go ahead and finish this one off, guys. You've taken care of business. Let's close it out, and you and I, let's get to the airport.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
On second down, here's Gibbs.
Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Ravens, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Titans, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.